Mainstream. Arashi made its CD debut in 1999 with a spectacular debut press conference on a cruise ship in Hawaii and the release of its debut single. The group's name means "taking the world by storm". The name was given by Johnny Kitagawa because it begins with the first A in the Japanese alphabetical order and the first A in the alphabetical order, which also means to be at the top. Unlike SMAP, who danced in the background of Hikaru Genji before their debut, the members of Arashi made television appearances on the popular Japanese junior program 8 O'Clock J before their debut. SMAP is a group composed of two generations, while Arashi is composed of almost the same generation. This may be why the group has a friendly atmosphere. SMAP had a series of various troubles. There were no major troubles until Arashi went on inactive in 2020. Arashi is an honor student of Johnny's. Arashi has a big difference from the previous Johnny's idols. Member Sho Sakurai was highly educated, having graduated from an elite university, a rarity at the time, and his father was a bureaucrat. He is still a news anchor taking advantage of his high school education. SMAP's big break made Michi Iijima an executive at the Johnny's agency. It says that Julie managed Arashi under the supreme order of her mother Mary, who thought that the rise of Iijima might threaten her daughter Julie's presidency. Keiko Julie Fujishima was born in 1966 as the eldest daughter of Taisuke Fujishima and Mary Kitagawa. Julie's father Fujishima Taisuke worked as a newspaper reporter before beginning his writing career. He is also known as a wealthy man and is said to have financially backed up the pioneering Johnny's agency. It said that he also introduced his own circle of friends from the media and political and business worlds and helped President Johnny expand his network of contacts in the industry. The fact that Johnny Kitagawa's sexual assaults weren't made public for so long may have been due in part to Taisuke Fujishima's personal connections. Julie Fujishima had been an actress for several years, but after graduating from college, she went to work for Fuji Television. She joined Johnny's agency in 1993. After working as a stylist and manager, she became a director in 1998. After the death of Johnny Kitagawa, she became the second president and CEO of Johnny's agency in 2019. Arashi's career hasn't been smooth sailing. However, each member's TV career, especially the highly rated drama Hana Yori Dango, starring Matsumoto Jun, helped them gain recognition and big breakthrough. There is a testimony that Johnny, who had both Iijima skills, told people around him that she was the only one who could be the next president. Iijima's presence in the industry was only growing. She had become indispensable, especially to those in the television industry. Each TV station had separate producers for each faction in order to cast talent from both factions. It's said that Arashi and SMAP rarely have the opportunity to perform together also reflects the factional problems. Although they are part of the same Chinese agency, they don't work together as if they were completely different agencies, and the TV stations have been swayed by a conflict that has pitted them against each other. The Shukan Bunshun weekly magazine was the first to report on the dispute in 2015. Weekly Bunshun is a general weekly magazine published by Bunge Shunju, first published in 1959. From its start, it has taken the stance of being a weekly magazine that writes articles that newspapers and television do not write. Unlike other media, Shukan Bunshun actively covers the sexual assault of Jani Kitagawa. Bunshun Ho means a scoop released by weekly magazine Bunshun. In this case, Ho is from Hogeki, which means bombard, I think. Unlike gossip articles, Bunshunban refers to cases that have been reported in newspapers and on television, and that have had some impact on the person in question. Examples of Bunshunban include allegations of money transfer by a minister's secretary, drug scandals by an athlete, and extramarital affairs by a celebrity. Mary was furious about the weekly Bunshun. She invited the reporter into Johnny's agency. The situation is reported below. It's taken from the weekly Bunshun. Mary told the reporter, I haven't heard of anyone other than Julie forming a faction. If there are factions in our office, it's my lack of control. If it's true, it's unforgivable, and I would caution Ijma if she made you guys think so. I will resign Ijma today. Mary unexpectedly gestured to a male member of staff. The reporter didn't expect this. She said, call Ijma now. She called Ijma to explain the situation in person. It was clear to everyone became strained in the conference room. This was the beginning of the public purge. Male staff in the agency began contacting Ijma urgently. Mary continues to speak matter-of-factly, as if she doesn't care about Ijma's convenience. It would be natural for me to lecture Ijma if the Bunshun questionnaire said that Ijma, who was at war with my daughter, was forming a faction. If they are factions, shame on us. Wouldn't you be ashamed if there were factions within your own company? You don't understand our company. Julie was born from the moment we knew she had to be next in line for the agency. If you ask me what kind of factional relationships exist, I don't know. More to the point, fans don't care about factions. Fans follow the talent, not the agency. If not, why have fans followed Masahiko Kondo for 35 years? A man who left the room to contact Ijima returned. When Mary asked, what's wrong, Ijima? To which the man replied, about 10 minutes. Ijima arrived about 30 minutes after the call. A pale, slender woman enters a meeting room with her head down. She is the one who raised SMAP. Nice to meet you. My name is Ijima. She exchanging business cards with an unwilling expression on her face. Although she rushed to the agency, she must have been deeply confused inwardly. Ijma sat right in front of us, in front of Mary. The positioning of the presiding judge and the accused seat. Staff and reporters were already in the audience. Mary said, go ahead interview Ijma. Ask her about the conflict with me. What kind of things are you in conflict about? When a reporter asked her a straightforward question about the factional issue, Ijima replied with a serious expression on her face. I'm very troubled by this, and I really hope you can do something about it. I'm allowed to do it freely, so I'm not sure that's how it's said. I'm also in the position of being damaged, and I think that's true for Julie as well. Regarding the fact that Arashi and SMAP don't often perform together, she replied in a muffled voice. Nothing. I don't think there is any meaning to it. It was a moment. Mary, who had been staring at Ijma in silence, couldn't hold back. She began to speak. Because even if they wanted to perform together, SMAP wouldn't be able to dance. You watching the talent, don't you know the difference between dancing? SMAP can dance in the eyes of members who can dance. From this point, Mary goes on to thoroughly denigrate Ijma and SMAP. Perhaps Ijma has been with SMAP too long. I'm sorry, but I can't trust her with a group who can dance. If Ijma wants to confront me, I will ask her to leave today and take SMAP with her. Mary talks to us reporters, but she doesn't relent in her pursuit. You talks about factions so bossy, but then tell me the names of the groups in our faction. Our top is Masahiko Kondo, not SMAP. Don't ask rude questions. Ijima keeps looking down. Mary finally questioned her directly, saying, Ijima, who's our head? Mary was forced to a test of her loyalty. Ijima looked down and without a pause replied, Masahiko Kondo. Masahiko Kondo is Mary's favorite talent. We will never forget the sight of Ijima's slumped shoulders at this time. It must have been infuriating to have her pride trampled on in front of so many people.